Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Belichick's Bitches podcast, the number one podcast in the world, using some sort of metric. Using the best source, the only source. Do trust me. I'm your host, Brennan, and along with me, as always, is my co-host, Tyler.
Yes, and I'm just going to say this while we're recording. Good chance I yawned, and it's not because I'm uninterested, because trust me, this is probably going to be one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. But I just got the COVID shot yesterday, and I am a tired boy. So if I yawn, I'm sorry in advance. But moving on.
I just usually get on during the
March
podcast because I'm tired of listening to you talk.
You know, man, that'll be me when we start going to the draft. It's okay. It happens. Today was the start of March Madness. Oral Roberts just upset Ohio State. Ohio State took another L. You'll love to see it.
Yes,
it's good no matter the sport.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, I know basketball. This totally isn't a football podcast.
Listen, man, sports are sports. But so the Bills were actually pretty active for a contender. But it was a lot of just kind of re-signing their core. Darrell Williams re-signed. He was actually pretty good last year. Kind of under the radar name.
And one of the better coverage backers in that was supposed to have free agency got re-signed to Matt Milano.
Yeah, 4-year, $40 million. I don't think they talked about the guarantees, but it'll probably be in the 20s. That's pretty good. They re-signed John Feliciano. Pretty good. Levi Wallace, who I love Levi Wallace. I'm surprised he actually didn't go for a longer deal in free agency because he could easily get it.
That's how I feel about a lot of these guys.
Yeah. Emmanuel Sanders, they're taking 1-year deals to go back into free agency next year.
True.
And that makes sense. Emmanuel Sanders, pretty good 1-year deal. I think it was like $4 million. And Mitchell Trubisky was probably the most notable one in terms of name. Interesting backup. I mean, look what they did with Josh Allen. Now they're not going to have 3 years to do it, but maybe he looks good if we have a preseason. Maybe not. If we have a preseason,
just no.
And who knows? Maybe he could get some trade interest by the middle of the season for a quarterback team that goes down. I just hope that's not New England. And I thought it was a good signing. Makes sense. It's always good to have depth at the quarterback position.
Oh yeah.
That was it for the Bills. The Dolphins. As usual, the Dolphins have to sign some former Patriots. It wouldn't be an off season without Miami signing at minimum 2 to 3 former Patriots, and they did it again. They were in the mix for David Andrews. Didn't get him. They ended up getting Jacoby Brisket. 1-year, $5 million deal. I think with incentives, if he somehow gets the job or if Tua gets hurt, it's up to like almost $9 million. So pretty good paycheck for Brissett. Will Fuller, not a bad deal. 1 year, $10 million. I think he can get up to like 13.
Yeah,
he got paid
something, and he won't be eligible to play until like week 3, I want to say, or week 2.
No, I think it's week 2. Yeah, I think he's only ineligible for the 1 week. Week 1. Adam Butler, another former Patriot. Are you surprised? I'm not. And Justin Coleman, another former Patriot. Are you surprised? I'm not. Pretty good free agency signing for the Dolphins. They're just trying to get, more well-rounded. They're trying to make that push for the playoffs. I don't think they're going to be there, but you never know.
Who knows?
It's all dependent on Tua's arm and how aggressive he can become. That's the one thing with Tua. When he was in college, he was a pretty aggressive quarterback. And then that hip injury, he hasn't really been as aggressive since then. So it's all a matter of how much he can get back. And I think his arm strength is a little bit of a concern, at least to me.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I was never the biggest fan of Tua coming out anyway, so.
I hope he somehow manages to get it going. Not really as a Patriots fan, but you want to see guys do well. Oh boy, New England.
Bill Belichick just went salary cap. What's that?
Dude, listen, when I did my mock-off season,
we're going to see a lot of 12 personnel this year in New England.
Oh, yeah. Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. We're not going to get into contract terms except for one player that I don't understand how he got paid. I really like that. Two completely great tight ends. One can play receiver, if need be. Johnu is flexible enough; he can play receiver. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. We also have the two rookies, so one of them's probably going to get cut / traded. Kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
no, neither were very good. David Andrews came back on a 4-year deal. That was like the most unsurprising move, or the most surprising move, because he was supposed to leave, and he just suddenly came back.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Who knows why? They signed a couple of receivers. Ugh, I didn't like these. Nelson Aguilar, 2-year, 26. Ugh. Ugh. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That is a bit.
Kendrick Bourne, I kind of liked. 3-year, 22. He's a big physical receiver, which New England doesn't have.
N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal. That's supposed to be you, but we don't have a physical receiver. I think these signings kind of point to the fact that Belichick's done with N'Keal Harry.
Well, I mean, there's been trade rumors for N'Keal Harry anyway.
Yeah, to Arizona, which now that's not there anymore because AJ Green just went there.
Yeah. Imagine if that receiving core was like 5 years ago. AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins, and Larry Fitzgerald.
Gross. And I'm just going to speed through the rest of these Patriots. Ted Cross, cool. Theatric-wise, a little bit of an overpay, but it's only 10 guaranteed. 4-year, 30, but only 10 guaranteed. I like that. God Chow from the Dolphins. Okay.
God Chow.
A couple other D linemen. Judon was the big one that kind of shocked me the most. 4-year, 56. He's never really
32 with more than half guaranteed at 32 mil.
I understand Belichick likes to rotate pass rushers, but I don't understand that because he's really not a true number one edge, and I don't know. I don't see it, especially when we have Kyle Van Noy returning, we have Winovich and Uche and Anfree Jennings. It didn't make sense to me. Belichick must have a plan. Who knows? What do I know? I'm just a simpleton. Yeah. Kyle Van Noy re-signed Justin Bethel, Jalen Mills. 4-year, 24 for Jalen Mills. He's going to take over the Patrick Chung role. He's going to play a lot of box linebacker. He's going to play a lot of
I'd like to see Jalen Mills at box safety.
I mean, it worked for Chung. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying Jalen Mills does not have the body type, and he's not that type of player.
Oh, no. But again, it was I see him being a Patrick Chung type player where he's not flashy. He just makes solid plays when you need him. And 4-year, 24, I guess that's not too bad. And today they signed Raekwon McMillan, who sneaky competitor for that middle linebacker 2 spot behind Hightower. I like it. I like Bentley too, but I definitely think McMillan with his instincts he's going to be good. So yeah, New England made a splash. They're not even done. They'll probably sign a few other guys.
How much cap room do they even have left?
It's got to be like in the 6 million left. They can't be much more.
Let's see if it's updated on over the cap.
I haven't checked over the cap, so I wouldn't know.
It says they have 10.5 in cap space remaining.
10.5. Hey, Mariota's available. Listen, man. I know we have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to speed through this real quick. Why do people think that having competition in the quarterback room is not good? I don't understand that. Cam Newton, yeah, he brought the locker room together, and he's getting another shot. But doesn't mean we should just hand him the keys this early in the offseason. Give him some competition. Give him Mariota. Give him.
What do you mean? Just give Cam Newton 3 years, and maybe you can turn back into 2015 Cam, because that's how quarterback development works, right?
It's just
you just gotta give them as much time as possible until they retire. Then you could finally move on from them. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck in a never-ending cycle.
Okay, that I felt that at Broncos. He's sad. So would be a Bears fan. Talk about the Bears later, the poor guys. Jets kind of had he had one good signing, or two, I guess, if you like LaMarcus Joyner.
I like him if the Jets actually play him in his actual position at safety, not if they pull a John Gruden and play him at nickel corner.
Mm-hmm.
That was dumb. I don't know what the Raiders are doing. They're stupid. That's all I can say. The Raiders are stupid. I don't know how I don't know how they did as well as they did last season. They're just stupid. Their front office is abhorrent.
Yeah, Mike Mayock, great draft analysis. not a great GM.
No. John Gruden. He's a good coach. Absolutely terrible team builder.
Great announcer, though.
Yes.
Great announcer. So, yeah, Jets, Josh Adams, Keelan Cole, Corey Davis. Okay signings. They tagged Marcus May, which is a little interesting, but the Jags didn't really do much. They traded away Josh Oliver, and they got Philip Dorsett.
Yeah.
That's how, wait. Actually, hold on. This is not the Jags. This is the Browns or Ravens. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know why you put the Jaguars.
I am so sorry. So the Ravens, sorry, they acquired Josh Oliver, Kevin Zeitler, Tyus Bowser, Pernell McPhee, and Derek Wolfe. Pretty much just a re-sign type thing. They're in the mix for Kenny Galladay, I think.
Well, I just got a tweet on my phone not too long ago. Excuse me. Giants and wide receiver Kenny Galladay are in talks on a potential deal and starting to quote-unquote heat up. He's been with them since last night.
Interesting. Georgia Tech lost in the men's tournament. God damn it.
This is a football podcast.
I don't care. Yeah. Josh Oliver, actually, I feel like that's one of the Ravens' better moves. I really like the Josh Oliver trade. He's really raw, but at the same time, he's only going to be the tight end 3.
Yeah, tight end 3 at minimum. At maximum.
But what's interesting about them is if they're going to have to go back to those heavy sets that they ran in Lamar Jackson's year 2. And if they go back to those formations, Josh Oliver's going to be really hard in this match, especially in heavy set. You're going to have to put a linebacker on him, and that can create some big plays. I like that. It's a sneaky good pickup. Bengals. Poor Bengals, man. No, poor Burrow. Screw the poor Bengals. Poor Burrow, man.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine letting Carl Lawson go to only to sign Trey Hendrickson for much less, and then cut Atkins, Geno Atkins. That defensive line is terrible.
Make any sense. Yeah. They signed Larry Ogunjobi, who's a decent pass rusher, but he's going to be getting most of the attention. Hendrickson is great as a pass rusher number 2, but I don't understand paying him 4 years, $60. I don't get that.
Most of the deals that the edge rushers got in this free agent class, I don't understand why they got what they got.
Yeah, I feel you. It just didn't make sense. Chidobe was a good signing, and Mike Hilton, pretty good signing. Both of those guys should help out the corner room. They lost William Jackson to Washington. Pretty good pickups, but that defensive line is going to be pretty bad. Browns. Troy Hill and John Johnson, aren't they both from the Rams? Your mic's muted, so I imagine. Yeah. 1 sec. All right, so he's gone. So the Browns signed a couple former Rams D-backs, Troy Hill and Lamarcus Joyner, or John Johnson. 4-year, 24 for Hill, 3-year, 33. That's not bad. Browns definitely need to get a little better on the defensive side of the ball. Their defense was not good last year. They lost Ogunjobi. Could be interesting, but the Browns really need to buff up the defense any way they can. They re-signed Malcolm Smith. I don't see it. Steelers weren't very active, so I'll just kind of breeze through these and hope Brennan comes back before the end of it. Ray McLeod, punt returner and kick returner, pretty good. 1-year deal. Got Zach Banner, who's a locker room guy, pretty active on Twitter, I think. Pretty good guy. You hear him talking a lot. BJ Finney came back. I don't even know where he went last season. I think he went to the Bengals or something. Decent depth at center. And they re-signed Cameron Sutton. Decent corner. Need pretty raw. But with the loss of Mike Hilton and I believe Steven Nelson, he'll be primed for that corner 1 spot. Opposite or corner 2 spot opposite Joe Hill.
All right, I'm back.
Sorry. All right, I just went through the Steelers because they were pretty boring.
Okay, sorry, I got a phone call.
You came back at the perfect time, dude.
Oh, we get to laugh at the Texans now?
Perfect time. The Texans went out and they paid the bank. weren't for any good players, but they paid the bank.
Yeah, I don't.
Tyrod, just gonna. I mean, tell me if these names don't just excite the hell out of you. Tyrod Taylor, Mark Ingram, Andre Roberts, Alex Erickson. Everyone knows that. Dante Moncrief. I mean, imagine this team 4 years ago. They might go 7-9. I mean, it's insane.
And also,
Stupid decisions.
they're $600,000 over the cap as well. The Texans are.
And Terrence Mitchell, Vernon Hargraves. I mean, Desmond King is a good signing, but Ryan Finley is going to be competing for the starting job. Ryan Finley. Oh boy.
Yeah.
What a joke. And then you have the Watson situation, which we're not going to comment on because there's a lot of unverified information going around. We're not going to get into it at the moment. We'll get into it more when the facts come out. You don't want to jump to conclusions either way. So,
yeah.
hands up. We're not talking about it. Sorry if you're disappointed, but
if our one
there's
viewer
way
is
too much
disappointed.
There's too much to talk about. And so moving on. Texans are a joke. Moving on. Colts, pretty uneventful. They've just been chilling.
Yep, they re-signed Marlon Mack. That's pretty much all they did.
Yeah. I mean, they got the Carson Wentz trade became official. He had a pretty good opening press conference. Downplayed a lot of the Doug Peterson rumors about him and Doug Peterson's rift, which, yeah, okay. I think the Colts are the AFC South favorites. I don't think the Jags are going to be ready next year.
No, it's got to be the Colts.
Yeah, Titans, their defense, man.
The Titans are top 10 pick, honestly. Top 10 pick next year for the Titans.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. Speaking of the AFC South, Jaguars, they were pretty active in free agency. Got a couple pretty interesting players. Carlos Hyde to be a backup and mentor to James Robinson, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Agnew, the returner, signed a $7 million a year deal.
They got Shaquille Griffin.
Yep, Shaq. Yep, they got Shaquille. They got Rayshawn Jenkins for 4 year, $35. That's a lot of money for Rayshawn Jenkins.
Yeah.
Sidney Jones, not bad. So they have
a very underrated signing, in my opinion, will probably be Roy Robertson Harris.
Oh yeah.
And I'm getting another phone call. Great.
Oh, okay. Well, goodbye. Dwayne Smoot, Cam Robinson got the franchise tag. He'll probably work out a deal in the next few weeks. Probably in like the $8 to $9 million range. That's pretty much it. They got 3 insanely good corners: Shaquille Griffin, C.J. Henderson, and Sidney Jones. It's pretty good for a team who a year ago didn't have any corners. Titans, as we were saying, I'll let him comment when he comes back. But they just let people walk. They re-signed Jayon Brown, surprisingly. They got Bud Dupree. They paid him 5 year, $85 million. Bud Dupree, that's pretty whack. Janoris Jenkins and Kevin Johnson signed 1 year deals, so replacement level corners at best. You got Kendall Lamb, 2 year, $9 million. Danico Autry, they paid $9 million guaranteed for Danico Autry. I don't get it, man. I don't understand the Titans' plan here. It didn't make sense to me. And I really don't see them doing much next year. They still have Derrick Henry. They still have a great receiving core, but I don't see it. All right, I was able to stall on the Titans. You can go off on the Titans for a minute. I talked about all the signings, but
I don't know what the Titans are doing, man. They are not smart.
No, they're not.
They cut Dennis Kelly Jackson for some reason. Yeah. They cut Adoree Jackson. The only good move that I think the Titans did was re-signing Jayon Brown, especially for that much. It's extremely cheap. Who else did they cut? They also cut someone else. My mind's trying to blank.
Adoree Jackson. A bunch of guys.
Yeah. They are not looking poised to make playoffs again next year, to say the very least.
I'm saying, man, if Wentz even plays at a top 20 level, the Colts are going to be a pretty good team. And I think he's going to be playing better than that with the weapons on that team.
Yeah,
I mean, that backfield,
agree.
you could make a case they have the best running back room in the league. With
Congratulations, you have the best room. You have the best position group at the least valuable position.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, with that offensive line, that can turn into a weapon really quick. Especially since they're not paying any of those guys big money. Jonathan Taylor, Naheem Hines, and Marlon Mack, none of them are making that much money. That's pretty
Jonathan Taylor just maybe paid the most.
You want to talk about the Broncos?
I mean, I can. Hasta la vista, Philip Lindsay. Honestly, not too surprised about that one. Obviously, it sucks to see him go being a local guy, but I understand why. Brought back, then we signed Mike Boone, who is a running back 3 in Minnesota. So there's George Payton showing his Minnesota card. Re-signed Shelby Harris. I really like that deal. Re-signed Justin Simmons for almost exactly what I had projected him to be re-signed as, or what I re-signed him as in my mock-off season. Signed another injury-prone corner in Ronald Darby for 3 years, $30 million with 20 of that guaranteed. So it's basically a 2-year deal for the most part. We cut Kareem Jackson, which I don't really like. I don't like that move. But Peyton said there's an open door for Kareem Jackson to come back if he decides that he wants to. We were just paying him, I think it was like over $10 million, so we saved a bit of money with that move. That's pretty much the only reason. I'm still surprised we haven't cut Nick Vannett or Jeff Driscoll yet. Those would free up some cap space for us, and they don't belong on the team. They shouldn't be on the team. But I digress. And that's pretty much all the Broncos have done. They've been linked to Deshaun Watson. They've been linked to Kyle Fuller, the Bears corner, and Akeem Hicks, the Bears interior defensive lineman. But that's pretty much all speculation at this point.
Yeah. At least your GM's going after a quarterback. It's just, is he going to make the move to trade up? That's the key.
Hopefully.
Chiefs. Of course the Chiefs got better. Because why wouldn't they?
I mean, they have no tackles.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it'll work, but it wouldn't shock me for them to try Tooney at tackle. He's played tackle before in the NFL. He started like 2 or 3 games at left tackle for New England. It wouldn't shock me at all. They gave him 5-year, $80 million, 33 guaranteed. I'm just saying.
I don't know where they're getting this cap space from. It's stupid.
Cap's a myth. But what I could really see them doing is playing Tooney at left tackle and sliding Kyle Long to left guard. Letting Dr. Tardif, he does return, play right guard. And they need to get a center and a right tackle in the draft. I think that's something that's possible that could work. And having Tooney at your left tackle is going to give you some extra seconds that they didn't have last season. It's possible. Is it likely? Who knows? But that's what I would imagine the Joe Tooney signing is.
Yeah, I have no clue what their plan is. How they keep pulling cap space out of their butt is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Raiders, like you said earlier, no good signings. I don't like any of these deals. None of them make sense. The Ngakwe and Denzel Good are the 2 big ones, and neither of them make sense. They signed Kenyon Drake to 2-year, $11 million.
Hey, anything that takes the ball out of Josh Jacobs' hands and Darren Wall's hands is fine by me.
Do they? Anyway, I don't even know.
Their only like decent move was re-signing Richie Incognito to a 1-year, $2 million. That's their best. That's the best thing that they did this offseason.
Too bad they got rid of the other 4 offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, they didn't get rid of Colton Miller, so who cares? I mean, Solomon Thomas could be an okay signing, maybe, if this was 2018.
Doubt.
which is not, but we'll see. Chargers, I actually like the Chargers move. This is one of my favorite free agencies beside a certain other two teams. I liked it. They got better at offensive line. They upgraded tackle Matt Filer. They got Corey Linsley on 5-year $63. Good deal. Michael Davis, pretty good. They re-signed their kicker. That's pretty. And they got Jared Cook, who's going to be a replacement for Hunter Henry. Not bad. I like the Chargers moves. I feel like with the right draft, they are maybe wild card contenders.
We say this about the Chargers every year.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, they get to play the Broncos Raiders twice a year, so that's 4 wins.
It's very true. I mean, the Broncos usually split with the Chargers, regardless.
Yeah, 3-1. I mean, 3-1. I mean, I still don't. I don't even care who the Broncos get.
I think we actually swept them last season. I think the Broncos swept the Chargers last season, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I'm just not big on the Broncos team right now.
Neither am I. So, welcome to the club. Welcome to the life of a Broncos fan, where the fan base is extremely divided, and no one knows what the heck is going on anywhere.
Oh man! At least y'all are smarter than the average Patriots fan. All right.
Yeah.
So move on from that.
I questioned that.
Oh no, they worry me. Cowboys, they've just kind of sat on their hands, which makes sense. I mean, they had to give Dak $160 million.
Yeah.
I still can't say that right. Oh boy, 160 mil, 126 guaranteed. They signed a couple cool guys like Ty Neshke, Carlos Watkins, Brent Urban, and Terrell Basham. I mean, those are like, they probably won't even make the opening roster type moves. Jordan Lewis, he's going to be their corner 1.
2. AJ Terrell.
Oh yeah.
No, not Terrell.
Trevon Diggs.
Trevon Diggs. I don't know why I said AJ Terrell.
Yeah, Cowboys are. I don't know. I don't like how you have 50% of your cap going to 3 players.
Especially one of them being a running back.
Not about it.
That's
Giants.
So stupid.
Giants. Couple 1-year wonders, or not 1 year low risk. John Ross, Reggie Ragland. They signed Mike Glennon, the Bird. I call him the Bird. I don't know why. Leonard Williams, they tagged, and then they gave him $63 million.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
For a slightly better version of Shelby Harris. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I mean, at least Shelby bats balls down.
Yeah.
That's where he provides a lot of his value.
That's that first round name, man.
Yeah.
Kyle
21 million a year.
Yeah, that's pretty risky, man. Kyle Rudolph, 2-year, $14 million deal. I like that. That signing, that makes a lot of sense. It takes the pressure off Evan Ingram because he has been inconsistent as almighty hell. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I like the Giants. Eagles haven't done squat, diddly poop. Nothing. Can you blame them? They're like $100 million over the cap. They just traded Wentz. They're a mess, and they're going to be building around Hurts.
Yeah.
They're a mess. I'm saying top 5 pick, maybe top 3, depending on how bad it gets. I'm not a fan of anything in the Eagles. I don't see it. Also, I'm not going to spend too much time. But I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, Giovanni. He's a Eagles fan. He has a podcast.
Never
Pretty
heard of
successful kid. He's a huge Wentz fan, and they just bullied the poor kid off the internet. I mean, because
that doesn't surprise me.
Come on,
Eagles
Philly.
fans.
I mean, come on, Philly. He got a jersey of his favorite player. Leave the poor kid alone. Moving on. That just bothered me. Anyway, this is my number 2 free agency behind New England. I love this free agency. I am all about what Washington's building. They signed a couple, again, pretty decent 1-year guys. Lamar Miller, Tyler Lawson, Dave. Okay, who cares? They franchise tag Scherf. A+. They got Ryan Fitz Magic to compete with Heineke, most likely 2nd or 3rd round rookie. I'm all about it, man. They got Curtis Samuel and William Jackson. Dude, I'm just saying. Washington is that team in the NFC East.
Yeah, pretty
right
much.
Now.
Pretty much.
I know it's hard for NFC East teams to repeat a year. I understand that. But I think Washington has a legitimate chance at with 9 to 10 wins.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Honestly.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, Washington's the team to beat.
Their defense played the best against Brady during his playoff stretch.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That is very true.
Dude. Just saying that and they got better with William Jackson. You know, you have Cameron Curl. I love Washington's team. I love it. And you have Ron Rivera, coach. I'm sold, man. I'm so sold on Washington.
And they don't have a terrible draft pick at 19.
Yeah, but at the same time, you could easily see a trade back.
Yeah.
And I think they may be one of the ones to target an early day 2 quarterback. Maybe if a Mac Jones or Kyle Trask falls.
I doubt you'll see Mac Jones fall, but it's possible.
You really should. But that's beside the point. I'm heavy into Washington's building over there. The Bears.
The Bears. Andy freaking Dalton. The Red Rifle.
You take this one.
Red Rifle himself.
I don't have the energy to go off on the Bears right now. I'll let you take this one.
So, Bears fans, you thought you were going to get Russell Wilson, huh? Very next day, Andy Dalton, 1 year, $10 million deal. Seahawks are not trading Russell Wilson. As far as we know. Probably because they haven't got an offer where they get a good enough quarterback in return, is my guess. We already talked about Allen Robinson getting franchise tag. Poor Allen Robinson. They re-signed their punter to a 1 year deal. Who cares? Jermaine Ifedi. He's a good swing tackle. Could possibly slide inside the guard if you need him to. 1 year deal. Former Raider Mario Edwards Jr. Don't understand that signing. They re-signed their kicker Cairo Santos, or as Tyler likes to spell it, Cairo Sants.
Listen, bro.
And they also gave Angelo Blackson a 2 year deal. And hopefully, it seems like they announced that they're going to cut cornerback Kyle Fuller. But since they're announcing it after like the I don't know, there's like a time frame to cut people to where they can immediately hit open market. They cut him after that. So they can still technically trade him if a team wants to trade for him, but as of tomorrow, if no one trades for him, he will hit the open market for every team. And I doubt anyone's gonna really want to trade anything significant. I wouldn't trade anything higher than like a 6th round pick maybe, just because he's on that 1 year deal, and you have to renegotiate next year anyway. So I'd rather take the chance of free agency and just get a multi-year deal done there.
Yeah.
And then might trade Akeem Hicks.
Okay, so a few pretty quiet teams to kind of just blaze through. Where are we at time-wise?
We are at 33 minutes.
Okay, we're at a pretty good pace. Okay. Lions, pretty quiet free agency. They're getting Jared Goff and Michael Brockers.
Michael Brockers.
When he first learned of Stafford to the Rams, he was really excited. He said, that's a true upgrade at the quarterback position.
Is immediately traded to the Lions and has to play with Jared Goff again. Ooh, poor Goff, man. Poor Goff.
Could you imagine Michael Brockers walking into the locker room the first day and Goff's just kind of sitting there, just like staring at him like, really, bro? Really? Yeah. Lions signed a few 1 year guys like they always do. Tim Boyle, Brashad Perriman, Tyrell Williams, Josh Hill. Unexciting. Although what's kind of sad is Brashad Perriman and Tyrell, there's a legitimate chance they're the 1-2 punch next year wide receiver.
Yeah.
That team is going to be garbage.
Yeah.
Tim Boyle, what a goat. Romeo Okwara, I was surprised. I thought he was going to take a 1 year prove-it deal with another team. He re-signed 3 year, 39.
Yeah, that's probably like the only edge deal I'm not upset with.
Yeah. I mean, obviously really raw. He needs a lot of work still. But at the same time, I mean, Detroit has nothing but time.
Yeah.
Who knows? And they signed Jamal Williams from the Packers. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? The Packers.
Packers being the Packers front office, being inept again, signing Aaron Jones to 4 years, $48 million.
The only part about this contract that's not bad is there is an opt out after 2022 where they only eat like four in dead cap. But just the principle of this signing makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
You could have gone out and even a little could have overpaid for like a Will Fuller. You could have overpaid for a Kendrick Bourne. You could have overpaid for any of those receivers. And you chose to do what? Sit on your hands and have Aaron Rodgers have to check down 100 times a game because he only has Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams. I mean, poor guy. I don't know, man. The Packers front office. I mean, especially when you compare it to that draft last year, those first three picks. I know we brag on it. Jordan Love, okay, good quarterback. He's never going to see the field on his rookie deal. AJ Dillon, great guy. I've actually played video games with him. Good guy. But no. And Jake Derega, who's like a freaking fullback. Stupid. Just stupid.
Fullback in the third round. That's exactly right.
Packers fans have every right to be pissed off. And don't say, oh, you have Rodgers. Oh, you just split. Shut up. Packers fans have a legitimate... I don't normally agree with Packers fans. I really normally don't. But, like, Packers fans have every right to be mad right now.
Yeah.
This was the one year they could have splashed on a receiver, and they said, no.
I mean, they were trying to trade for Will Fuller early in the season, too. And you get him in free agency, you're just like, nah. Nah, we're good.
Nah, we're okay, bro. Anyway, moving on. Packers.
You have a great free agent class at wide receiver and a great draft class. If they only draft like one receiver out of this draft class, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Oh boy.
Watch it be like not to like the 5th round that they draft a receiver too.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be pretty funny. Vikings, pretty uneventful. I mean, their only two big names are Dalvin Tomlinson and Pat Pete. Pat Pete's interesting. He was never going to return to Arizona. He's been kind of injury prone the last couple of years. I mean, can you blame him? He's in Arizona. Plus, Arizona has two great young corners they want to build up.
Yeah.
So, I'm not surprised. But poor Pat Pete, man. He's never going to win a ring, is he? Sucks. Falcons didn't do diddly's poop. Lee Smith and Eric Harris, okay. Who cares? Moving on. Panthers were pretty active. Wow. I didn't even look at that when I was making the script. They actually had a pretty good frequency. Wow. Hassan Reddick, I was surprised nobody overpaid Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
I was really expecting to see like Cleveland Browns pay Hassan Reddick $50 million. I was completely ready to see that. And they didn't. Good job, Cleveland. Good job, every other team. That's a good deal. Hey, if he does it again, he gets another 13 sacks, pay him the big money. If he only gets like 6, you don't lose anything. It's a win-win.
Huh.
Morgan Fox, Pat Elflein, Taylor Moton, all returning. Or Elflein's new. Denzel Perryman, Cam Irving. I'm all for it. Good signings. Good stuff, Vikings. Too bad y'all are going to go 7-9. Sorry, 7-10.
I have a piece of news, by the way.
What?
According to Josina Anderson on Twitter, I'm told #Falcons free agent safety Keanu Neal is currently deciding between playing weak side linebacker for the Cowboys or the Jets. I'd like to see him with the Jets and Robert Saleh. Honestly.
Yeah, definitely. He'd be a great, and it'd be especially interesting to see how many times you're seeing safeties, or I guess now he's a linebacker, but how often you're seeing safeties blitz now. If Keanu Neal can develop that into his game, because of course Atlanta was never going to do that because it's Atlanta, but it'd be interesting to see if they do somehow mess around with that and use him as like a nickel or box guy.
Yeah,
I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
And the NFL has also announced its complete draft order. The team with the most picks is Minnesota with 11. And can you guess who the team with the fewest picks is? And how many they have?
Denver with 4. Oh, no, 7.
You think that's the least?
Oh yeah, at least sorry, 6. Give me 6.
Do you think Denver
Um,
has the least with 6 picks?
yeah.
No.
Oof. Raiders.
Seattle with just 3 picks, a second round, a fourth round,
3.
and a seventh round.
3.
Yes.
Oh dear God. Oh no.
A second round, a fourth round, and a seventh round.
Oh no. Well, that's. Oh my God. Okay, moving on. Jesus.
Broncos, I believe, have all 7. No, they have. I think they have 9 or 10 picks because they have like 3 seventh round picks.
How much? I know New England has like 3/4. That's crazy. Saints. Fame. Okay, let's say I hate the Saints. And every week I find something else to just not like them about. So this was like right before free agency broke. It was Taysom Hill agreed to a 4-year, $140 million extension. And then you look at the numbers. It's literally just a 4-year 140, and it's a one. This first year is like worth like 2 million, and then everything else is voidable.
Yep.
Fuck you. Okay. Like. Anyway.
Yeah, just look. Oh, this is weird, man. This contract is so weird. Just looking at it.
Winston signed an extension. 12. It's incentive based. It's if he wins the job, he gets 12 million. If he doesn't, it's like 4.
This contract makes no sense. The Taysom Hill, I swear. Just looking at 2021, his cap number is only $7.25 million. But if you look at the dead money versus cap savings, if they cut him, they pay 16.2 in dead money and -9 in cap savings. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so stupid. They tagged Marcus Williams, and that was like their biggest thing. Okay, dude. Yeah, the Taysom Hill thing was so they really just cockblocked the entire league with that notification. Like, you're annoying. Okay. The Bucks. They won the offseason last year. In this season, they're just retaining their core, and it's working.
I told you they were going to keep Shaq Barrett and Levante David.
Dude, I'm sorry. Call me a doubt. I did not think that was going to happen. I'll be honest. I did not see that happening. I mean, I'm surprised it did. I know Levante David took a lot of voidable years to make it happen.
Yeah.
Gronk took 10 mil. Shaq Barrett only got 36 guaranteed. That's a lot less than what Shaq Barrett deserves.
Oh yeah.
But he's playing to win rings, man, and you got to respect that. The Bucks are going to be so scary.
Yeah, he only got 17 APY, and he could probably got a lot more if this was an average year.
I am so scared to see Brady with another year under his belt with this team. I'm scared. I'm really scared. We have to play them too.
And they have, I think, all of their draft picks still for this year's.
Lord have mercy. Please don't let them pick up like a great interior defensive lineman like Christian Barmore. Please don't let that happen.
So don't have my first mock draft happen? Okay.
Please don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to see Barmore and Vita Vea next to Shaq Barrett. Stop. That should be illegal, man. No, stop. Oh boy. Cardinals, they actually had a pretty good offseason. They got a couple of new offensive linemen.
I'm getting another phone call.
Oh my God. Mercy. They got Rodney Harrison from Las Vegas. They got Kelvin Beachum. They got Andy Lee and Robert Alford on 1-year deals. AJ Green got a 1-year 6. Pretty good. He'll be the third receiver behind Hopkins and Andy Isabella. Yeah, Isabella, I think. They got Marcus Golden on 2-year 9, and obviously J.J. Watt. We've known that for weeks, but J.J. Watt signed a 2-year 31 with 23 guaranteed. Pretty good stuff from J.J. Watt.
Okay, I'm good.
And they also got Tanner Biologo. I am fading fast. Okay.
Where are we?
I just talked about the Cardinals.
Ah,
I am fading fast.
dude, I've been like
Oh
so
boy.
not into this the entire time pretty much.
I'm sorry. This is probably not going to be our best episode. We're just going to push
No,
through it. Um, yeah, there wasn't much to talk about the Cardinals anyway, so let's just move on. Matt Stafford going to the Rams. We've known that for a while.
Leonard Floyd
Leonard
got
Floyd,
paid pretty much as Shaq Barrett did.
and one is a premier edge rusher 1, and the other is a edge rusher 2 on a good day.
Yeah.
You'll love to see it. That's just I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. 49ers, pretty good offseason. Or free agency, I should say. Kyle Juszczyk, 5-year, 27. He got that bank as a fullback. That is historic.
Trent Williams being petty with David Bakhtiari to become the highest paid tackle.
Wasn't it like $10,000?
It was, yeah, it was like $10,000 or something like that, just so he could be the highest paid tackle.
What a dick. That's funny though. That's something I would do.
Honestly,
I would just ask for like $1 more, like 900. Like, give me like 90,000,000.001. Perfect. Alex Mack, pretty good. So offensive line's gonna be a lot better.
yeah.
DJ Jones, I love DJ Jones's game. He resigns. Samson Ebukam, pretty sneaky signing. It kind of went under the radar. I didn't even know about it till today. Pretty good signing. He is going to provide some depth behind D Ford
And
Nick
Bosa. Yeah.
You're definitely going to see him rotate a lot. I really like that. And Ibukam can also stand up and play cover backer.
Yeah, because he has wow, my mind is just goo today. He has experience doing that in LA.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And
Yeah,
Jason Verrett. And
my
Emmanuel
mind just
Mosley.
gooped today. I'm sorry.
Trust me, dude. I'm about to pass out.
I feel the same way, and I gotta stay up
Seahawks.
till like 7 to 8ish before I can go to
Dude,
bed.
I'm telling you right now, it's 5:52. I don't think I make it to 6:30.
Ugh, I wish I could. I got a meeting at 6.
Gerald Everett, 1 year, $7 million, not bad. Pretty good signing. Gabe Jackson, they got from the Raiders because the Raiders traded all their offensive linemen. Surprised they didn't trade their offensive line coach. They might as well have. Ethan Pochik, okay, and Puna Ford got $7 a year for 2 years.
Yeah, I really like Puna Ford, honestly. I really like him, but $7 million for a nose tackle is a bit much.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was a good free agency. It was pretty crazy. New England had a stretch where they signed like 4 free agents within 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It was the Janu, it was the Judon, it was the God Chow, and it was Jalen Mills. It all happened within 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It was glorious. In the future episode next week, we're most likely going to give a free agency grades because we'll have a better idea of the remaining free agents who sign. I imagine by then we'll have Kenny Galladay. We didn't talk about Juju going back to the Steelers.
That's true.
Steelers. Yeah. So we'll have a better idea of free agency grades in a few days. It should be fun.
I have so many players the week I haven't done yet.
Sorry, but
we just haven't done
sorry
it like
about
the past couple weeks.
Yeah. Sorry about the lackadaisical episode. We were both kind of feeling out of it. I'm gonna go sleep for probably like 12 hours because this COVID vaccine is kicking my ass.
Yeah, I think probably right before the draft or during the draft, I'll just release my whole list of players to watch.
I still think
I have a lot of players on this list. I have like 60 players on this list.
I still think on draft day, depending on what the schedules look like. I don't know what your schedule and my schedule.
I'm completely off. I made sure to take the days off.
What we need to do is we need to have a draftathon. Live stream, start it maybe like a half an hour before the draft.
I thought we were going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
I thought that was the plan.
Hopefully rounds, we can do it for rounds 2 and 3 and 4 through 7. I'm all for it.
Yep, I am.
So look forward to that. We'll make sure to get that. Maybe we'll even have some guests, some friends on. We'll see. See what the schedules look like. But thank you again for listening. Sorry about the week. we'll be more energetic next week. I promise. But we'll see.